everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alex, and this is my channel Frank Fiction, where I talk about books and the book publishing industry. Today I'm doing something super fun, which is choosing the books for my August TBR. Now, normally the way that I pick my books for my TBR is I just choose them one at a time. I'll finish a book and I'll go over and I'll look at the books that I have and go, okay, what's something that I feel like reading in this moment? I usually don't plan them out well in advance. What I decided to do is I'm not really the one choosing my TBR, I'm actually letting other people choose my TBR. The books are going to be chosen by other booktubers, and the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to go through and watch some videos from some booktubers that I really enjoy, and I'm going to see what books they recommend. So I'm mainly going to be focusing on videos where people are talking about either their favorite books of the year or books that they read in a month ranked from least to best. And the goal is that I'm going to be choosing books that I already have on my TBR. Now that could be my physical TBR, it could be my digital TBR, it doesn't matter. I have the goal this year of going through as many of my physical TBR books as I possibly can, because frankly, I have too many, as you can see from this video that I just posted. And the best part of this is we get to watch these videos together and see my reaction to whatever the first books are from 3 different people. And I'm also going to throw in a bonus one at the end. So with that, let's go ahead and watch some videos. Okay, I'm sure you guys can tell a difference in camera and audio quality. I just switched over to my laptop, so this is just my FaceTime camera and my internal microphone, so hoping that this sounds fine. Also, it's extremely windy outside. Sorry about that. But we are kicking it off with Kayla from Books and Lala. Like I said in my BookTube newbie tag video, Kayla is the one that I have been watching most over the years, and she's going to be talking about her favorite horror books. And I have a feeling I've probably heard of at least a couple of these that she has mentioned in the past. So I'm really excited to see what horror pick she might have for me. And with that, let's go ahead and watch what she has to say.
I find it incredibly intimidating making recommendation lists because the pressure to tell you that you're gonna like a book, it's a lot.
I'm gonna kind of skip through here a little bit just because I know that she talks about her rating system and everything, which doesn't necessarily apply to this video. And we're already starting off with Tender is the Flesh. I don't know what that says about me, that from that tiny little icon, I can actually tell what that book is. But I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of skip through here. Oh! Wait a second. I didn't expect that to be the first one. Hold on. Wait. Holy crap. I didn't expect that to happen so fast. Okay. So the very first one that we have is The Cabin at the End of the World. And she didn't even really get the chance to talk. I'm sorry, Kayla. Gosh dang it. Well, how about... Okay, I'm gonna have her tell us a little bit about why she says to read this book.
That brings us to The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which is a kind of apocalyptic story. It is intimate in the idea that it's taking place in this cabin in the woods with just this married couple and their daughter.
And they just turned that into a movie, if I'm not mistaken.
But then these people come knock on their door and saying that the world is ending and they need to be let into the house. Obviously, home invasion in general is going to be horrifying.
I can honestly say that home invasion stories are not really something that I read. Maybe it's going to be something new that has me feel a new type of terror, which I'm always looking forward to with horror novels. So I got my first book that I'm reading in August. Very cool. Thank you, Kayla. Okay, up next I have Haley Fam Vlogs, which I have watched Haley before, but admittedly not nearly as much as some other booktubers. But I'm very curious because when I was searching around for booktubers that were talking about their top reads, this was one of the videos that I found that had the most views. It's the 16 books I've read this year, 5-star must reads. So let's see what Haley has to say.
Hi Reader Pops, welcome back to the channel. If you have not noticed, I have not done any monthly reading wrap-up on this channel yet, which I typically do a January reading wrap-up.
I'm sorry, Haley, I haven't noticed, but that's okay. That's totally okay. I love the way that her coffee looks. I think that's a bee mug. I have bee everything in my house. I'm obsessed with honeybees, so her mug is very cute, her glass. I think this is a video where she's sponsored by Book of the Month. A lot of booktubers are sponsored by Book of the Month. That's actually how I found out about them. I have a lot of Book of the Month books. Chances are is she might end up saying a Book of the Month in this video that maybe I have. Maybe that's going to be one of the ones that I have to read. So let's see what she's got. I just want to kind of get past what I believe is probably an ad. Oh,
this book. It's about Sadie and Sam. They are both...
Okay. 1 second. Look at this. It's a Book of the Month. And on top of that, this was the Book of the Year from Book of the Month for 2022. So I absolutely had to get it. And since I am a BFF, a Book of the Month, meaning I've gotten a lot of boxes, that's literally what that means, I get a book at the end of the year that I get to choose from, like, the top nominees and then the winner. So of course I ended up picking the winner because I've been hearing about this book everywhere. So tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow is going to be my second read for August, which I'm actually really excited about. That's really cool. But I do want to give her the opportunity to just talk a little bit about what this book is and why she liked it. So let's do that.
They create video games and you follow their lives from childhood all the way up until they're in their 30s, and you even get some backstory on their parents. It's like a 400-page book, but it feels like 1,000 pages because of how much information and how long of their lives that you get to see.
Okay, I really love books like that. The Vanished Birds was like that, where we follow the life of somebody, but you see it in pieces and parts. It's not necessarily like every grueling detail of somebody's life. If it's kind of like we skip around and we are seeing like these are the really impactful times for somebody, I could really enjoy that. So that's a thumbs up.
Because halfway through, it feels like it should be over already, but we're starting a new plot line, it almost feels like.
I don't know how to take that. Well, she's saying it's 5 stars, so I guess she means it in a good way. Most people, if you describe like halfway through the book, I thought it should be over already. That's not usually a good thing, but I guess that means that it kind of switches it up, which is something also that The Vanished Birds did. It kind of like totally changed tone about 3/4 of the way through, so still interested.
Because of the way that she wrote the characters, they felt so real, and her writing style was just actually insane. Like, if I ever become an author one day, I want to just study how she wrote sentences, because I love how she writes so much. I don't really...
Okay, so she's got really good prose as well, which is something that I love, so that means she's probably pretty poetic and maybe unique in her descriptions of things. Probably emotional. Love a good emotional story. Okay, I'm excited. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And of course we have sweet Leone from the book Leo. She pronounces her name so much more beautifully than I can. I'm very sorry. I have also been watching her channel for a while now. I love her aesthetic. I love the way that she talks about books, her passion for books, the variety of books that she reads. This video is a little bit different. You can see it's the worst to best books that I read in 2021 ranked. So it's a little bit of an older video, but I have been collecting books now, like the books on my TBR from many years back. So I can guarantee that probably one of the books that she's going to mention is something that I have. Let's start it off.
We're going to be talking about all of the books that I read in the past year, and I'm going to be ranking them from worst all the way to best.
I'm wondering with this video of maybe, because obviously I don't want to read a bad book. I don't want to read a book that she says is the worst. So maybe I should kind of go like halfway. She actually has like little markers in here. So, okay, uneventful. Wait, so she has worst, uneventful, just good, and great cool. Okay.
Wonderful, great, cool books.
Okay.
Tier, which I think in the end, most of the books that I read this year fall into this tier, which...
That's always a wonderful thing for most of the books that you read to be successful. Obviously, not all of them will be, but it's nice when most of them are. I'm kind of having one of those years, I guess, where a lot of the books I'm reading are also pretty good.
It means I enjoyed a lot of the books that I read. These are all books I would recommend to everybody. They are great, wonderful, gave all of them 4 stars, and I just want to gush about them, but quickly. Let's begin. First we have Howl's Moving Castle by...
I have that. It's digital. It's on my e-reader. I don't have a physical copy of it, but I do have Howl's Moving Castle. Dang, all of this is happening so fast. I told you I have too many books. I said I would have at least one of these, literally the first one. Okay, so this is really exciting. I already have 3 books. So I have The Cabin at the End of the World, I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and the digital copy of Howl's Moving Castle, which means I'm also going to be eliminating 1 book from my digital TBR. But I'm not done. I actually have 1 more book to add at the end of this list. I'm going to try to get through at least 4 books in the month of August. And originally, the idea for this video was I was only going to be choosing books, or rather the books were going to be chosen for me from other YouTubers' videos. However, I received a very lovely comment from a new friend of mine named Nova from Nova Reads Things, and she saw in the background of one of my videos on my floating bookshelves the novel Hell Followed With Us. She was so sweet, and she asked me if I had read this because she said she really enjoyed it, and I told her that I hadn't, but that I would include it in my August TBR when I was going to have other YouTubers choose my reads, and she is a booktuber, so you should definitely go and check out her channel. I will include it right here. She's very kind. She's a very natural speaker. Her vlogs are engaging. I've really enjoyed chatting with you, Nova, in the comment section because I'm hoping that you're also seeing this video. So really excited to read this. So thank you for your recommendation. And just a little bit about what this book is about from my understanding, and the main reason why I decided to pick it up is it's an LGBTQ novel, and it's about a main character who is a trans boy that is on the run from a cult who raised him. And the cult actually brought about Armageddon, and it wiped out a huge portion of the world's population. When he flees, he ends up finding kind of, I don't know if it's like a commune, but a community, if you will, of other LGBTQ plus people. And he, I think it's going to be kind of like a found family situation, but I'm not entirely sure. I love found family, so I'm kind of hoping for that. It's a YA novel. I don't normally read YA. I decided to pick this up because I thought it sounded really interesting, and it was from one of my new local bookstores, so I wanted to support them as well. So yeah, I'm excited about this. So that means that I have 2 adult novels. I don't know if Howl's Moving Castle is a middle grade, so question mark middle grade, and a young adult novel. And Nova, I look forward to talking to you about this book. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Barker decided to come visit for the very end of the video. Hi, Bubby. I really don't want to be shouting in his ear, so I'm going to kind of put him down just a little bit. I'm really excited to read these books. I'm very excited to talk about them with you all. It's wonderful to get to meet people from the community, so please feel free to reach out to me if you have enjoyed this video, or if you have any tips or tricks that you've learned, or if you're just new to BookTube. I love talking with everybody. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, that you all stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.